What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are live again.
Bam.
2 nights in a row. We're back on the podcast grind. And for those of you that are new, this is the BadKidCast, and it is pure audio, so you can listen to us while you game. And some people are like, I want videos and blah, da, da, da. But a lot of people have grown to love this new format, and if we do it some other way, they're not going to like it.
Yeah.
So we're going to stick with what we know, doing that audio for you to get on that. Is there a game that ends with an O?
Halo.
So you can get on that Halo.
People still play Halo?
No.
It's interesting when a game's dead or dying when you go in there, because it feels like it's like an empty gym hall. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, so I love Halo. I love Halo to death. Mm-hmm. But the problem is you can't fucking work within that medium. I don't know what it's... Okay, let's say I was at the party. I was going to parties, right? I'm at parties, and I'm putting on, some stand-up comedy routine, right?
Yeah.
So I go in there, I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm telling jokes, and fucking people love it, right? That's awesome. And it narrows down to, 2 parties I go to, right? And all of a sudden, this party that I'm at, which is the Halo party where I'm telling jokes, fucking 90% of the people leave and they go to the Call of Duty party. And it's like, okay, I can stay in this Halo party because I have loyal fucking fans.
Yeah.
But there's only 10 people in this room.
Yeah.
So I can only entertain these 10 people. So I'm going to go over to this Call of Duty party where I can entertain even more people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of the way it is. So I fucking made myself start enjoying Call of Duty. And it was kind of fucked up, Blade. Because look, dude, think about this. I own a pro team. I own a fucking sniping team, but I'm playing Halo. When I started Thrust and we had the Thrust pro team that was playing Call of Duty, I was still playing Halo every day. I didn't even know what the fuck these guys were doing. I just saw the score. Oh, our number's higher than theirs. Haha, we're winning. You know?
Dude, I went when I went there and I was on the sideline. I became assistant manager. I got to see all the players, and I was seeing what they could do better, and I could see what their strengths were. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. I know, you pride yourself on being lazy and shit like that, but I think if you owned a team and you were a coach, I think it would be something that you would put a lot of work into.
Yeah.
I see you in a coach. In fact, if we go to Anaheim, you should just coach the shit.
See, I don't know too much about competitive Call of Duty, though, but I do know, I do know how to play Call of Duty pretty well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if you were a coach... you were picking out, this dude's a fucking pro. You're a guy that fucks around on YouTube. You're this dude's running down the same routes and getting hit. He's got to try a different route, and he's not recognizing that.
Yeah.
That's some type of advice that you could tell someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could teach people how to play, how to play smarter, you know?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. When it comes to, moving around the map, who knows more about that? A fucking, a pro player who's sitting there shooting, or a guy that has nothing but a fucking knife? You know...
I know the routes.
That's something that you're
every Call
an
of Duty
expert.
game, I know that the ins and outs, and it's actually when you play and you're using the radar. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's a fucking I consider it a symphony of being able to dodge around people because I'm just not on the radar and just get them. You know?
Right. I think you know what it makes me think of, because I've watched your gameplays, right? Because sometimes when I'm playing with you, I don't get to see you because I'm playing. We're in the same fucking lobby, right? And you're fucking running around fucking killing guys. Your score's way higher than mine. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm shooting them, and they're how is he doing this? Because I'm trying to run all these paths and I'm getting caught. You know, how the fuck are you running circles? You're on this side of the map, now you're on the other side of the map, and you're getting kills.
All right, you know, a really basic tip.
But let me finish this real quick. So it reminds me, when I was playing with you the other day, I was like, dude, this reminds me of an O.J. Simpson fucking interview. No, hear me out, because O.J. Simpson once said, in an interview, that he literally could feel where all the players were. And that's how he made it through the hole. He could feel it.
Yeah.
He didn't see them. He looked straight, right? And he knew where everyone was. And that's how he was able to be this greatest running back. And I picture it has to somehow correlate with how you're running around, weaving in and out of people, trying to catch them.
Yeah. It's literally a game where you can't be seen. You know what I mean? So, when I run from one spot to another, it's okay. First off, you know how long you have to run. Like I'm just used to how much sprint I actually do have, and I've made it so that I never like out in the open and run out of sprint. It just doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like my actual movements is so defensive, but it's still offensive because I'm literally running around the map. It's crazy though. You know?
Right.
Like the only advice I can give to try something like that is when you look up the radar, just get away from the green arrows. Get the fuck away from the green arrows. Because if you get away from the green arrows, that means that you're going to be in the enemy spawn. You can sneak up and get them.
Dude, radar is such a real radar is such a weird fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about like, you know, it's wartime, right? You're in a plane, dude. They can hear you, but that's it. No one knows you're coming, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure Pearl Harbor times they had like radar by then. But like,
can I say something? I'm fucked up, dude. When I was doing home theater system, right? I know this sounds weird, but this was before Blu-rays, right?
Yeah.
And the movies that I would use to test out stuff was Pearl Harbor for like the big screens and the sound system, you know.
And people would be like, "Whoa, this is amazing!"
Yeah. and then for the quality, I would use Finding Nemo because literally the quality on Finding Nemo is like the best thing in pictures. Like, it's awesome. I know it seems cheesy, but it's like. I would fuck up though, man. I accidentally played the fucking bombing scene to a fucking Japanese couple.
Oh,
fucking stupid move of a lifetime.
Did you think about it later and guilt yourself, or was something said?
No, I didn't play the whole thing. Like I started like 30 seconds, and I was like, "Oh, let me test the speaker or something." I stopped it, but I was just like. You could tell they were like, "What the fuck? Why did he put in Pearl Harbor?" You know?
I think you thought a little bit too much into that. They probably didn't even, you know what I mean?
Catch it?
Yeah.
No.
Or like, you know what I mean? It's a fucking movie. I'm sure they weren't like, "Wow, this guy's an asshole."
It's kind of an asshole thing. It was inadvertent, but it was kind of an asshole thing, though. You know.
If anything, that would insult like Americans more than the Japanese, because the Japanese kicked our ass in Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
But no, what I was saying is like, let's say World War I before there's radar, and I don't know, someone's gonna fucking school me in the comments. They're gonna be like, "Well, technically radar was," but the time before radar, imagine. Like, you're going in bombing, and then all of a sudden, like, you have this great defense thing where now you can see them coming at you.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's like going from invisible to that. That had to have been a crazy, crazy turn of events in, like, war times and shit like that. But now that they have, like, really advanced radar, how come they're not picking up spaceships?
That's true.
You know what I mean? The aliens.
I think the radar is good down here, but I don't think it extends out. You know what I mean?
I need to learn more about radar because I don't really know how it works. Because you know how they say sometimes that like you fly below the radar?
Yeah.
It's almost like they have this certain amount of space that's all scanned all the way around the globe.
Yeah.
But then there's like this one little gap outside the force field.
Well, I think that they don't want to have it too close because then everything below would fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like a big ass city below, like a New York City with its lights fucking beaming on it. Yeah. They're probably just like, okay, well, if we leave it on at 500 feet or 400 feet, then we're just going to get all that shit. So let's just give them a fucking gap. And if someone's slick enough to fly their plane in that, good on them. You know?
we need someone to school us in the comments of a little bit of more advanced understanding of radar.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that they have it in boats and stuff. You can go, if you're going fishing, they shoot radar down. Have you seen that shit? There's a fish there.
Have you seen those YouTube videos where it's the fucking helicopter going through like a busy ass fucking skyscraper line?
What? No, what?
Dude, it's crazy.
What is it?
It's this dude in a helicopter, and he's maneuvering like under bridges and fucking through skyscraper. Like,
and it's a YouTube video?
Yeah.
Did it just hit?
No, I remember I saw this like a year ago.
Oh wow, I've never seen anything like that.
Dude, it's like a fucking
I bet he lost his license.
Yeah, I don't know. It was some crazy like precision like helicoptering, you know?
That's way dangerous. Like, because okay, let's say you fuck up. You're not just risking your life, dude. You're in a helicopter in a city. Like, you're gonna fall and kill somebody.
Yeah, you're gonna hit a building. That shit's crazy though.
Do you know that like a giant plane hit the Empire State Building like in the 40s and like nothing happened at all? You know, it was like a bigger plane that hit the Twin Towers.
Dude, that's
not
crazy.
to get on that conspiracy. Oh, I'm just gonna say this. I think 9/11 was an inside job. But I know some other people, it's a really hot topic. Some people are really offended by that because they think it's, that it really happened.
First off, I love the... Okay, so that's like you are walking on stage. Like you're on stage and you get hit with a fucking football to the face.
Right.
But it doesn't knock you over or anything. Like it should be a huge event, but you're like, whoa, whatever. Like you just shake it off real quick. So you're saying that the Empire State Building took a plane, like a plane tried to boil into it, and the plane probably caused a little bit of damage, but it didn't fuck it up.
It burned,
and we just kind of shook it off and like whatever. Like we just don't talk about that no more.
No, we don't talk about that. Like
that's crazy.
And I don't know if it was like it was a giant plane. It wasn't like a fucking little passenger plane. Like it was a giant plane. And I don't know if it was as big as the one that hit the Twin Towers or whatever. But the thing is I wish like fucking people could understand like that. These buildings, all right, you take the glass out of them, right? You take all the walls out of them, and what is it? It's a fucking giant erector set. You know what I mean? So if you were to fucking erector set, maybe I said that wrong. But you know what I'm talking about? It's just this skinny frame, right? With all these other floors and shit, and there's just beams everywhere. Yeah. So if you stick something into that, it's not going to fall over. Yeah. Like, it's going to be stuck inside of it. That's it. Yeah. Buildings are made to absorb something like that. Like, they shoot buildings with freaking missiles that blow up inside of them, and they're still standing. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Did you ever see the Building 7?
Okay, no, I know this sounds fucked up, but, like, what if during 9/11, when they're about to hit the towers, what if you missed and had to, like, come around and turn around? I don't want to make a joke about 9/11.
Here's what I think's weird.
But that would be funny.
Here's what I think.
Even though it's fucked up.
Those buildings were about the length of, like, the plane itself. You know what I mean? The wingspan. They weren't any wider than that, I don't believe. Right? How the fuck did they fly that thing perfectly to hit the goddamn thing? How did they even hit it? Yeah. Like, you know how hard it would be to maneuver a giant plane like that to hit this fucking building?
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think, like...
It's so impossible! Yeah. Did you ever see Building 7 fall?
No.
Dude, it was crazy, right? So both the towers fall and everything, right? Mm-hmm. This is Building 7 of the Twin Towers, right? Mm-hmm. It's something like I'm probably way off, but it's like 60 floors high. It's not giant like the other ones, but it's there. And it's on fire, all right? And that's it. Like, there's a fucking broken window and there's fire, right? Yeah. Well, the people in fucking the UK got the timing wrong or something, and they report that the building falls down. The building is still standing on the live fucking screen in the background. Yeah. Like, they're filming the fucking thing live, and you can still see it standing there like, yeah, Building 7 falled. Like, 30 minutes later, after they report that shit wrong, the building just falls down out of nowhere. You haven't seen this?
No, that's
awesome. My God. I need to pause this and show you.
Yeah, show me that one.
All right, we'll be right back after this. All right, we are back. So I just showed him Building 7 collapsing on 9/11. Your thoughts?
Okay, so the news story that they showed when they basically had the backdrop of them at the fucking...
Listen, the BBC report is this. There's a BBC reporter in England, right? And he goes, Building 7 has just fallen down, all right? He's like, oh my God, it has fallen down. It actually wasn't hit, but it was weakened by the blast of the first two blasts, right? Whatever. And they go, live, we have a reporter over there. And they go to this reporter, and she goes, yeah, Building 7 fell down, all right? Yeah. And it's a live shot of her on in New York City, and she goes, if you look behind me, you can see where it fell down, and it's fucking still standing. Yeah. It's still standing. So it's like these motherfuckers got the call like, oh, you need to report that Building 7's coming down too. Just wait, it's going to be at this time. And they fucked up, and there was like a delay or some shit. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
That shit was so fake. Here's the two things that prove without a doubt that 9/11 is not what the official story says it is. All right? One, Building 7, which we just talked about. That buildings don't fall over. You can't make a building just fall over. Like, it doesn't happen, And two is on that day, right? there were 7 or 11 more times bets that the airlines would fail. You know how, like, in the stock market, you can bet that a stock goes up or you can bet that a stock goes down. There were like 11 times more than the daily average bets that the fucking airlines were going to lose that day.
What?
Yeah. The stock market people, those motherfuckers are the ones that own the world. You know what I mean? So if they have to have insider information all day, every day.
Yeah.
And they had insider information that 9/11 was going to go down, so they fucking put their money into gold the day before, and they fucking betted on the airlines tanking.
And I bet they didn't go to fucking work that day. Fucking assholes.
I bet they didn't go to work that day. Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
The other thing that they recovered, it was like there were a couple memos that like went out to politicians like the day before that were like, "Do not fly."
For real?
Yeah, to other politicians. Yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds of proof that this shit was fake, but just to think like all the people that fucking die, that's fucked
Dude,
up.
you heard about the whole like Seth MacFarlane thing on 9/11?
No.
All right, so Seth MacFarlane was supposed to be on one of those flights.
Okay.
The night before, he got really wasted and fucking slept through his alarm clock and missed his flight.
No shit.
And he was supposed to be in that flight. And the coldest part is it was a full flight. Someone took his seat on because of like will call or whatever it is.
Oh my god! So he killed somebody.
He didn't kill someone.
Yeah, he did. If he would have went.
You're on some fucking Final Destination type shit. Have you ever seen Final Destination?
I've seen it. I don't like those types of movies.
The other ones that they came out with it were fucking like not that good.
The first one.
But the first one was tight as fuck though.
Here's the thing, like movies where there's like senseless killing, I can't get involved in. But if it's like war killing, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't like watching movies where there's a murderer running around killing people. That's not my type of movie. I don't like it.
There's a statistic, okay? What they say? They say if you kill one person, you're a murderer, but if you kill like 5 million, you're a statistic.
You're a statistic. I don't get it.
Statistic. I can't say it right now.
Statistic.
Yeah, I don't even think that's right.
No, if you kill... I would say if you kill one person, you're a murderer, but if you kill, like, thousands of people, then you're, like, a leader of a country.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you're saying, like, you can watch a war movie, like Saving Private Ryan, and watch, like, 150 people get murked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fine, but, like...
Well, it's almost kind of like the idea, like, the two people are, like, you know, we have agreed to try to kill each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm fine with that. But, like, when people are, like, running around, like, murdering people, like, oh, man, I mean, there's times in Sopranos where people get fucking tagged.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, man, I don't know. I don't like watching it.
Yeah. I dig what you're saying. Okay, with The Sopranos, right? What do you think of the episodes when they're, like, Tony's dreams?
Oh, I, like, skimmed through a lot of those. I don't like them.
I love those. Those are my favorite ones.
No, I wasn't into that.
For real?
Dude, when I watched Sopranos, because I watched the whole season.
Yeah.
And the scenes where he's talking to the therapist, horrible, hate it.
For real? That's like a key part of it.
The scene where the fucking kid is having all the drama and shit, like I hate that part of it. And I hate the dreams. The rest of it was fine.
For real?
Yeah.
The dreams are my favorite part. Like those are my favorite episodes of The Sopranos. For real, the dream sequences. I don't know why I like movies where the whole movie ends up being you find out that it's a dream sequence. Those movies are filthy to me.
I hate the dream sequences. It was just like, this is fucking weird. Like, I want to know what happens. I want to know who's getting clipped next. I want to know, like, you know what I mean? I want to know the story load. You know, I want to get to the end of this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And there's all this side shit that was like really distracting, like the storyline with the fucking kid and oh, I'm depressed, and it was just like this is stupid. Like fuck you, you're a mob's like that dude. That kid was so depressed with his life, but he could get pussy just because of who his dad was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like any normal person would look at that and be like, dude, what the fuck is this kid doing? Like,
Yeah.
fucking John Gotti's kids, like, got fucking
Kicked,
tail, dude.
yeah.
They're still getting tail just for being John Gotti Jr. and shit.
I forgot about that show.
Yeah.
Remember, I forgot
Gotti's
about Growing Up Gotti.
Growing Up Gotti, yeah.
I totally forgot about that fucking show.
Your dad's a famous mob boss that goes to fucking jail, and you get a reality show because of it. And
it's not even his dad, it's his grandkids.
No, it's him. No, it's their dad was fucking John Gotti.
No, that's the grandkids, because she, the mom, was...
No.
John Gotti's daughter?
No, dude.
That was John Gotti's wife?
Yes.
Damn, Gotti. For real?
Yeah, he wasn't that old. He wasn't that old. When he went away, he was like 50 or 40 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And he died in jail or something. I don't know. Maybe he's still alive. I don't know. Anyhow, the fucking kids, like, who the fuck are they? They're just some fucking jerk-offs, right? But they're a mob kid's fucking son.
Yeah.
So they get tail.
I gotta watch it. I remember that show, dude.
I bet
reality shows used to be good.
What if they took those
reality shows used to be good, though.
What if they took those dudes off the air because, like, critics were like, this show is horrible, and they were, like, getting murdered and shit?
I think John Gotti died. I think that's what it was. John Gotti ended up dying, like, on the show or something. Not on the show, but, like, during the show's time.
Dude, we're so fucking this up. We don't know.
I gotta catch up on my John Gotti.
What I'm saying is, what if the
sucks.
reality show got taken off air because, like, critics would, like, write a bad report about it, like, oh, this reality show's horrible, and then, like, the mob comes in and, like, kills the dude.
I know I'm gonna fuck this up, but, like, there was this thing where they had, I think it was one of the girls from, like, Rock of Love or some shit like that, and she had a show where she was gonna, like, pick, like, bachelors. Okay, it was on VH1. They aired it, they filmed it, and then they aired one episode, and then they just took it off. What happened was, like, one of the contestants on there, like, ended up not on the show, but, like, afterwards, ended up, like, killing somebody or killing himself.
Oh yeah,
and it was, like, really fucked up. And I wish I had more information about it.
Wait! I remember this.
Yeah.
It wasn't a show that even went on the air.
No, there was one episode went up, and then they took it off.
No, there was a reality show that went like this, right? They had a guy that used to be, or no, they had a girl that used to be a guy. All right?
Mm-hmm.
They did a reality show, and all the guys were trying to get with this girl, but this girl is really like a tranny, right?
I've seen that shit. And she was fine too. Like,
yeah.
Before I knew that, she was fine.
And they released it, and one of the dudes was like, oh my God, like, what the fuck? I can't believe you do this to me. And he killed himself.
Oh.
And that's why they never aired that show.
Okay.
Like, if you saw it, you had to have seen it on the internet. Because
I saw one where it was like a troll. They did the whole season, and then, like, she revealed it and shit. But, like, I didn't know a dude murked himself, though.
Dude, if that was me, right, I'm on this reality show, and then come to find out this chick used to be a dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but, like, I'm coming to the fucking final show with a gun, and I'm popping producers, and you know what I mean? Like, that's fucked up. You can't do something like that to someone. That's fucked up.
When do you bring that up? That's first day material.
The thing is I don't even know how you got away with that.
Yeah.
Like, sue the
She was in, like, a bikini and shit, though.
Well, then maybe she wasn't a tranny. I don't know. Maybe
No. She what it was is she used to be a man.
And she got the full thing done?
And she got the full thing then, so now she's a woman.
That's fucked up. You can't do... I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck it, dude. If I'm going on fucking some TV show knowing that I was, like, with a fucking dude and someone's doing this to me and, like, stealing my fucking identity or whatever and fucking plaguing me for life, fuck you, dude. I'm taking your life.
That'd be fucked up.
That's, like, fucking too far.
I'd sue him for everything.
I wouldn't even want the money, dude. I'd be like, fuck you. You can go on the fucking ground. I know that's fucked up, but seriously, I mean, that's how angry I'd be. I'd be like, nah, fucking
keep the money.
I'll get 3 meals a day and have to fucking deal with other murderers in a cage before fucking you get to fucking walk around on Earth.
I feel you though. I get it. No, it's just like, no, you don't get. Like I was thought about that. Like when people get murdered, right? Like let's say there's murderers and they get like 20 years, right? All right, there's gonna be a time when that person will get out, but the people they murked are still gone, and their family members are still around.
I was just thinking about that today. Remember that guy in fucking New Zealand or some shit, like Norway? He was in Norway. Guy in Norway had the biggest mass murder ever, right? He went into some camp with machine guns and everything. He killed like, I don't know, like 50 fucking people.
Yeah.
Right? But in Norway, the maximum sentence is 20 years. So the guy didn't get sentenced to death. He doesn't even have a life in prison. He's like 30 years old. So when he's 50, he gets out. And he killed 50 people. What? I probably got those numbers wrong.
Yeah, you probably got those super wrong. But
well, it's a lot of people. I know that because it is the biggest, it's the most casualties from like a fucking shooting.
That's crazy.
Ever.
That's crazy.
And he gets out in 20 years.
Yeah, man. So like I don't really get that. Like I would someone killed like a family member of mine and I ended up seeing him like 20 years later. They're done.
You're just going on the ground.
Yeah.
You're getting planted. Like that's it.
So
I like the fact that here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I like the fact that we're civilized, like, society and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I also like the fact that, like, if you kill somebody, like, people will try to fucking kill you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's necessary.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean? There's
because
gotta
like
be...
you can do some foul shit. You know what I mean? Like you can do some fucked up shit. Like there's crimes, but like the crime of actually killing someone, it's not like, oh, slap on the knee, learn better. It's like, no, for real.
Like that dude Jeffrey Dahmer, he fucking killed a bunch of people, he ate them, right? But when he went to jail, like, one of the people that he ate and killed, like, one of their family members was in jail.
Yeah.
So when he went to jail, dude, they killed him.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, like, I'm glad that's around.
They fucked him with the broomstick. From, like, like the porters would have, like...
oh, yeah, they stuck it up his butt.
Yeah, they slammed his asshole with the broomstick and killed him.
Yep.
That's fucking... Good on him. What does he expect? Like, I don't understand why people think they can do some shit like that and not catch it back tenfold. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's retarded. Kill me at that point. You know what I mean? Like, I would never do some fucked up shit, but, like, for real, kill me. I'd from the arraignment, I'd be like, death penalty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I did some
like this
super foul shit, if they caught me doing the Jeffrey Dahmer type shit, if they caught me doing any of that stuff, I'm like, just kill me.
Like the Jodi Arias trial. Like, this bitch killed another human being, right? Mm-hmm. Like, how is she not... Why is she trying to get off? Like, why is she trying to... I don't understand that. Like, you killed someone. There's got to be something...
Did she do it, like, on purpose? You know what I mean? Like, what was the situation? Basically...
She was obsessed with this guy. This guy was dating other girls. Mm-hmm. She got mad, and she killed him.
That's the story?
That's pretty much the story.
So when she killed him, what'd she do? She just pulled out a gun and shot him?
No, she hooked up with him, had sex with him at the house, right?
Okay.
And then he got into the shower, and when he was in the shower, she took a picture of him, right? And then...
On some psycho shit!
And then,
on some psycho shit!
And then stabbed him like 15 times.
Oh.
And then shot him in the head.
Oh, and what is she trying to get away with?
She was just saying, like, innocent. Like, it was just fucked up. It's like, okay,
She stabbed someone 15 times, shot him in the head.
She was trying to get off on the thing. She was saying, yes, I did kill him, but, like, he was abusive to me. Like, you wouldn't know. And like,
Did he ever kill you, bitch? Did he ever kill you before you killed him?
I'm just trying to picture. I'm just trying to think, like, if I was in her shoes, right? I'd be like, there's got to be a part of you that's like, I need to be put to death. Like, okay, I did this life thing. I fucked up. I killed somebody. Yeah. All right, it's done for me. Like, like, I don't know why they fight for their freedom. Like, you killed somebody.
Yeah.
You killed somebody. No, if you're in a car, you get in a car accident. Actually, one of my friends, this happened to him. Mm-hmm. It was late at night, and he was driving through. He wasn't speeding. He was driving through town. He was going like 35. I think that's what the speed limit was. This lady ran out in the street looking for her dog. She saw her dog, ran right in front of him. He ran her over and killed her. You know what I mean?
I mean, it sucks that a human life got taken, but I know it sounds like
at the same time, you could live the rest of your life fine with something like that. Like,
yeah, because you didn't intentionally. You weren't getting in your car that night to run a bitch over. Like you got in your car and you're driving, and some crazy coincidence, fucked up shit happened, and person's gone, but it's not really your fault though.
Yeah,
But like to go to take a picture, to go in there, stab, all that's she's a goner.
Yo,
so what happened with her?
Well, she was dead.
What
Jodi Arias.
Yeah.
She was sentenced. She was found guilty, and I don't know if she's sentenced to death yet or not. I think that's still going on. Sentencing hasn't happened, I don't believe. FPS Russia tweeted out a video today, and I was watching it, and what it was like all these people that almost got killed. Like, people standing in Russia, walking across the street, and then a car almost kills them.
That's crazy.
And it was like a montage of it. It was actually really, really cool to watch. And I started thinking to myself, I'm like, why are there all these video cameras in Russian cars? Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
All these videos on the internet?
Yeah.
It's like every Russian car has a camera in it. And I wonder how that works. Is it like part of their insurance, like that they have to do it by law? Like what's the deal?
If every new car that goes into Russia, just like they made it like a rule, with the manufacturers, like listen, just put a camera in there. People would use it. You know what I mean? If it had ability just to record everything that's going on, people would just flick it on. Who cares? You know what I mean? Why not catch some crazy shit?
Yeah, there's this. I seen a YouTube video. There's a famous bus driver. Mm-hmm. If somebody cut him off, he just ran into him.
What?
Yeah, dude. You've never seen that?
No, I've never seen that. That's crazy.
Do we have to pause again? Dude, this is hilarious. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're back. So, what'd you think?
Okay, that's awesome. That is awesome because, like, he does not care. So, the way it would set up is, like, when someone would cut this dude off, he would just speed up and just rear end him.
So funny.
And, so you'd be watching it and he's just driving. Somebody will cut him off somehow, and then he'll just strike into him.
Yep.
And it's hilarious, though, because think about it, like, that'd be awesome.
It happens all the time. You're driving, someone pulls in front of you, and then they put on their brakes, and it's like, what the fuck? Like,
they need to make cars like bumper cars. I'm serious.
They used to, like, back in the day.
Now, if someone, like, hits your car at, like, 3 miles per hour, you have to have the whole front end built. You know what I mean? Like, they need to make cars like some Mad Max bumper car type stuff with big snow plows on the front. So if people...
they could just put rubber. You know what I mean? They could put... There could be 2 bars of rubber, and it could be like a rule where it has to be a certain thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then you hit someone, it's not a big deal. Like,
I think that's them taxing. They don't want that because that's a huge industry. And if they were to lose that industry, that's a huge industry to lose.
Then it comes to a part like, you got fucking people saying, well, I don't want a big fucking rubber bar around my goddamn car. This is America. I want my car to look the way I want. You know, like there's gonna be all kinds of shit. Like imagine when they came out with seatbelts. Like you had to wear a seatbelt. You imagine how people were. Like now we're just like, you have to wear a seatbelt, duh. Otherwise you're gonna get hurt. Yeah. But back in the day when they came out with that law, there's motherfucker.
You know what's hilarious though?
Goddamn America! And they're telling me I gotta fucking strap myself in here. What the fuck? I just want to sit here and fucking eat my McDonald's.
There's people, man, that have like the big ass Lincolns and Cadillacs from like the '60s, like the big ass boys. Yeah. And they would be wearing seatbelts, and they'd hit a bump, and the kids would like fly in the back. It's hilarious.
There's these train tracks by my house, and when we were younger.
Why do people fuck with train tracks?
Well, these train tracks like came up, so it's like basically like a ramp, because they need the railroad to stay a certain level. Well, the road dipped down here, so they had to build it up, you know what I mean? So there's like a fucking ramp in the middle of this road, right? Pretty much. So my dad would fucking, like, when we were kids, he'd take the truck and he'd go over it kind of fast. Like, not anything Dukes of Hazzard but fast enough where we'd get a little bit of air or whatever. And it was a fucking cool thing when you were a kid and your dad's doing something like that. Yeah. I remember one time... where, like, there's this giant hill before the ramp, right? And my dad would go, like, maybe 40 miles an hour. We're like, go faster. Like, really, really pushing it, right? Yeah. He's in the fucking truck. We're in the back of the truck. My whole family's in there. My mom, my brother, my sister. But all those kids are in the back, and my sister's in the middle, right? Yeah. And in the back, there's this light. There's the light right in the middle. It's like the dome light. And my dad goes over the fucking tracks. Dude, my sister cracks her head on the fucking dome light. The dome light falls down, like wires and the light like dangling. She's like, ah!
That's hilarious.
And it was the coolest thing ever. Oh my God. I just remember thinking, holy fuck, dude, we flew through the air like 100 feet. You know, because when you're a kid, you exaggerate the fuck out of everything.
Yeah.
I remember telling my friends at school, be like, yeah, dude, my dad jumped like Dukes of Hazzard, and my sister like fucking cranked the light.
Yeah.
And
So my buddy Bryant, right? He ended up getting a tight ass house. Okay.
yeah,
And we were like, when we went over to like kick it for the first time there, I'm like, how did this dude that works construction, like, how does he afford this house?
right.
Like, what the
He
fuck?
probably built it.
No, but check this out though. Everything was cool. There was a pool. Like, it was just it was a nice place, right?
He worked for the railroad.
Nope.
I'm trying to figure out how this ties.
Okay. But about 5 minutes into it, I heard the loudest fucking window shaking sound. He lived really close to the fucking airport.
Oh, the airport.
Yeah.
Okay.
He lived super close to the airport, right? So the only downside of living there, nice ass house, fucking lawn, a pool, fucking nice place, right?
So the property value like fucking tanked because of the airport.
Yeah, because like they'll build nice houses near the airport and sell them for cheap because no one wants to live there.
Right.
Because literally every 5 minutes you'd be like, it's like you're inside a subwoofer. You know what I mean?
It's deafening.
Yeah, it's just like, this is too fucking loud, you know? And it made sense. He's like, yeah, it seemed too good to be true. But then, you know.
Does he hate it?
He's used to it, and he likes it. This was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But I remember he was kind of bummed, you know what I mean? But I was like, dude, he's still got a cool house, you know?
Yeah. The only thing that sucks is I'm thinking of Donnie Darko. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah, Donnie Darko was good.
Oh, it's the greatest movie ever. I remember watching it when it came out live.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko, there's a scene where the fucking engine falls off the plane, goes right in their house.
Yeah.
That's freaky as shit. Because
Yeah.
you think about that after you watch that scene, you're like, how many times have you seen a plane flying over your house?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't care where you live. At some point, planes are flying over your house. If that fucking thing breaks up in the sky, it's a missile, dude. That is a missile.
Dude.
Gonna land on somebody or something.
All right, so have you ever seen Joe Dirt?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a part in Joe Dirt where there's this big like meteor ball, and all it is a huge piece of shit. And they said that the planes would basically drop them, you know, and it would freeze in the air like instantly. It hardened, and then it dropped down. So like this big ball of shit. And I'm thinking like that can't really happen.
Does that really happen?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Like it makes sense for them to do that. Like maybe if they try to do it over like,
well,
water.
the thing is they probably do it over water.
Dave Matthews was in Chicago, and they tried to empty their shitter out of their fucking RV or whatever it was, and it emptied it like on like over a bridge in Chicago onto people that were taking a tour. You didn't know about that?
No. How did that even get out?
What do you mean?
Like, how did the story get out? Is there like film?
Oh, I don't think there's film. I don't know, but I know that if you dump your RV septic tank on a tour bus or like one of those floating tour boats or whatever,
yeah,
that people are gonna say something. Like they're not gonna just like the fucking the violinist dude with dreads not gonna come out and give $50 to everybody and be like, be quiet.
All right. Please explain this to me again. They're on a bridge. They're driving across the bridge. Right? I got to get a visual of this.
So
they
they're in
released
Chicago. They're driving over one of the bridges, and they thought it was a good place to empty their septic tank because it's just water right there, right? And it actually ended up off the bridge they dumped it, and it went onto a tour bus or tour boat.
Oh, a tour boat. See, now that makes sense.
Yeah, it went on a tour boat.
When you were saying tour like bus, like I'm like, how did that happen?
It was one of those tour boats where you float the river in Chicago.
So a fucking boat is going underneath the bridge, and the shit's landing in their eyes and in their face.
That's, I believe, is what the story is. I don't quote me 100% on that, but I believe that's what the story is. Or they took a shit in the water and people were swimming. It was something nasty. It was something gross.
You could make a whole movie out of that, like Chang's Shitty Revenge, like some Japanese fucking karate expert.
That'd be like the worst thing.
That comes to America. He's like, you know, checking out America, and some dude dumps shit on him. Comes to find out it's like some famous like singer.
Yeah.
So he goes to all the concerts and starts like killing all their people. That's a movie, bro.
That's crazy. Why are you playing with a plunger right now?
I don't know. Like, if I need like a stick in my hand at all times, I like love, like especially like walking in the woods and stuff. Like, I need to have a walking stick, and I'm just real fidgety and have like ADD and stuff. And this plunger is sitting right next to me, and I decided to just pick it up and I don't know. It's a good question. That just killed the podcast.
Yep, pretty much.
Better give it CPR.
It's gonna blow.
Is it alive?
It's gonna blow the headphones. Headphone users, rest in peace.
Do I hear it? Beep, 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 beep. There we go. And we are back.
You can edit that, right?
No, I'm going to keep that in.
All right.
The podcast just got CPR.
Bam.
We don't hide shit on this show. So what's going on with your channel? What's going on with the stuff that you do? I launched Fat.
That is awesome. Like,
so many people awesome people have joined Fat right now. I think you should join Fat. I think that there should be a series on Fat, and you should be a member of a trolling clan, and that series should be gun game reactions with Only Use Me Blade. Because when I first met you, all right, when I first found out about you, all right, it was because of that video. Like, you made a troll video, and I was like, wow, this is a hilarious troll video.
Which one was it?
You did a gun. This is how we first met. The very first time I ever even talked to you, right? I watched this video. It was Blade doing gun game reactions, and I sent you a tweet, and I was like, bro, do you want us to upload that on FAG?
Yeah.
And you were like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
Like,
like I didn't understand the premise of uploading on that channel.
and I'm like, this guy is a fucking asshole.
How am I an asshole though? Like,
that's what I thought.
Dude, if you make a video, okay, if I made it, I remember the initial gun game reaction ones, it took a lot more editing than normal video does.
Here's the problem. If we would have put that on our channel, all right, and we would have been like, look,
I
Blade's
really wish which one it was though.
This is when FAG was hot, and
I'm
you
so-
would have pulled probably about like 10K subs or some shit.
But what I'm asking though is, what was the video that got you saying, oh, this is fucking awesome? Do you remember which video it was?
I have no idea. It was a gun game reaction video. If I watched it, I wouldn't be able to tell you, oh, this is it, I remember it. It was just a fucking, you know what I mean? It was the standard, like, dude, quit knifing, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it was the standard video. It was hilarious. And I was like, dude, like, I'm willing to upload this to my channel and, give you a giant shout out. And you gave me some dick response, like, why would I do that? And I was like, this guy is a fucking retard.
But dude, it's just like going up to someone and saying, hey, can I have your video? It's just like, no, I made this video. Like,
the story doesn't end there. All right? The story doesn't end there. If anyone comes up to me and they have a defense...
That's not a dick move, though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
look, if you have, like, 20,000 subscribers, even if you have 10,000 subscribers, right? And when you upload videos, you get about 10,000 views. If you come to me saying, hey, can I upload one of your videos and I'll link you in the description, I'm going to fucking, yeah, go ahead. I know I'm going to, get more fans because of that. But anyhow, that wasn't the end of the story. Okay. After you give me the dick response, I'm like, okay, fuck this guy, right? All of a sudden, one of your videos gets a strike on it.
Which one?
I don't know. You got a video strike. Okay. So you thought I did it.
Yeah.
Because you were being a dick to me. So you contacted Marco.
No, so what that was is that I didn't know Keemstar at the time, and I just known him from, like, I remember you dealt with Wings or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
me and Wings got in a battle.
Get, like, strikes. First off, I run, like, a super clean channel. You know what I mean? I don't bother anybody. I just try to do my thing. So, like, to have a strike... When I don't do anything wrong, I'm like, what? This is fucked up. But it happens though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like sometimes you get charged with a strike, but you're not like you don't actually get a strike because it gets worked out or whatever. But you were giving strikes to people. That was like way back in the day though. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, back in the day, like when there were internet wars going on, like it wasn't just like my clan versus your clan. It was like my fucking people, my fans are like false flagging your videos, and your fans are false flagging my videos.
Yeah.
That's how we lost so many channels.
Yeah.
Like it was a false flagging war out there. And, you know,
so I don't really like. I didn't really want to like. I just
so
figured that
he comes to me and he's like, bro, fucking, and this is a private call, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, bro, did you flag this? Like, cause anytime we would ever flag anyone or our people we'd be like, yeah, dude, we shut your shit down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this was in a private call, so I had no reason to lie. It was like, honestly, dude, I didn't.
Yeah.
And then we started chatting, and I think I added you on Skype, and then all of a sudden, our next communication was like, bro, do you want to go to fucking California?
No, there's other shit that we did. But yeah, I remember, like, I really wasn't on Skype that much. Like, first off, you know what fucked it up for me? I used to leave Skype on all day, right? And it would be easy to get fucking notifications.
Right.
But then someone told me, they're like, if you turn Skype off, your connection's better. Like, it consumes, you know...
Yeah.
Consume some internet or whatever. So if you turn Skype off, your connection will be better, and it is, and that's how it always is. Like I always feel like I'm lagged. You know what's hella funny, dude? From
No,
someone
you didn't have your Skype off. You had your Skype on because I remember the story. You were like, you were breaking up with your girlfriend, and
yeah. I like literally watched her leave my house, you know, and then ring. You'd been trying to hit me up all weekend, but I was like dealing with some shit. So I was like, fine, let me finally take this call. This dude's fucking persistent. And he's like, dude, I don't know if I can get you in there, but you trying to go to California?
No, dude, you were answering the phone call to basically tell me to fuck off because you were like frustrated because I kept calling you.
Yeah.
You were like going to answer the phone and be like, dude, this better be fucking important type of shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, do you want to go to California? I'll pay for a trip and eventually win like some money, like this billionaire challenge thing.
So it was a perfect segue from like me breaking up with her, and then it's like, okay, let's go to California. Like, what better way to just get over it? You know what I mean?
Dude, it was so fucking crazy. It's so fucking crazy how that whole fucking thing worked out. Because there were so many times where, like, we would get pissed at each other, but it got squashed real quick, right in the beginning. You think about this.
Yeah.
Like, you sent me that fucking tweet, and I'm like, this guy's a fucking dick. Then we talk on Skype, we're cool.
Yeah.
Then the next move was... like, I'm fucking calling you, and you're like, Keemstar's a fucking annoying cocksucker, and then bam, that gets squashed.
Yeah.
And then the third and final thing was the thing that I hate the most. I'm so embarrassed of this. I haven't talked to you in a while. I fucking tweet at you, and I'm like, or you said something to me, and I was like, bro, why are you even tweeting me? Yeah, I haven't talked to you in fucking weeks.
Yeah.
Or you've been ignoring me for weeks or some shit like that. I said to him. Some cocky fucking thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, check your DMs. And I look at my DMs, and Blade was been like chatting me up fucking this whole time, but I just didn't check my direct messages. And I'm just like, wow, I feel like a fucking idiot.
I always thought that shit was funny. I'm like, chill, bro. Just check your DMs.
Dude, here's the thing, though. There's a lot of shit that happens in your life. Mm-hmm. Tons of shit that happens in your life, right? That you forget. Even highlights that you completely forget. And you're talking to an old friend, and he's like, hey, remember when we did this? You're like, oh my God, I forgot about that. Like, wow, that was awesome, right? But the moments of your life where you feel embarrassed, you never forget that moment. Moments of embarrassment stick with you for the rest of the time. And like this moment when this happened, I was so fucking embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. You never forget those moments.
No, those are ingrained in you. Like, super embarrassing moments get ingrained in your membrane. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know what that emotion is, but that emotion is permanent. Like, that's like a thing that fucking...
I think someone okay, first off, I think being super duper embarrassed, okay? Like, being epically embarrassed. It needs to happen at a young age. The reason why I say this is because if some super embarrassing shit doesn't happen to you till you're like 22... you're not going to know how to fucking deal with it. Okay? So, like, it's almost like the chicken pox. Like, it's better if the kid gets it early than to be, like, 25 and all of a sudden get it. You know what I mean? Like, that's worse, right?
Yeah.
I think that because I've had a couple of super embarrassing moments, bro. Like
one of my most embarrassing moments was I was like 19. I was dating this homeschool girl that was hotter than any other girl. She looked like a model, right? Mm-hmm. And I ended up like moving into her house with her family, with her two younger brothers, and her mom, right? And I lived there, so I'm obviously like banging Brianna, what was her name? Like there at the house, like they live together, right? Yeah. So it's like the middle of the day, fucking kids are at school, mom's gone, it's freak time. Yeah. So I start hammering it out, right? And all of a sudden the fucking door opens.
Oh shit.
Right? Okay. And it's the little brothers, and they come running in. They're like, "What's going on in here?" Well, it was a half day at school.
Oh, like a Wednesday half day type of thing?
It was like a fucking half day at school, some shit. You know what I mean? Didn't know. So they come storming in, and we're butt naked doing it. All right? So I'm like, fuck, close the door. She's like, yeah, close the door. So they leave. They get out the door. I'm like, oh, my God, that's so fucking embarrassing, right? Yeah. All of a sudden, fucking the door is locked. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I can't get out of the fucking room. I'm like, dude, open this fucking door. Yeah. Right? So he opens the door, and he's standing there with a fucking BB gun. And I'm like, fuck. He's like, I'm going to fucking kill you. You don't fuck my sister. And this is the little brother, dude. Yeah. This dude's like 15. So I go up and I put my hand up. I'm like, dude, Mel, don't fucking shoot. Don't fucking shoot. Yeah. Have my hand right in front of him. He fucking shoots me. BB's still in my wrist. Do you see that shit?
That's crazy, yeah.
BB's still in my fucking wrist. Shoots me right in the hand. So I ended up grabbing the alarm clock off, and I fucking clocked, dude. I clocked the little kid right in the head.
If he shoots at you, game on. Like
the girlfriend's all fucking mad at me. I fucking take the fucking.
Mad at you?
My arms bleed. Well, I fucking smacked the little kid with a fucking alarm clock.
He shot you.
Yeah, and he got fucking clocked.
Yeah, so
she's still like, I'm sitting there bashing her little brother with an alarm clock in the head. You know what I mean?
Still, he shot you though.
So she's all mad at me, right? I'm still naked at this point, walking around with a big boner. You know, like what the fuck?
You kept a boner through a beating to get back to it?
Well, dude, my adrenaline was running.
Oh.
No, I don't.
So you go back to fucking? No?
No.
That would have been gangster. No. If he would have went back to fucking after that.
There was no way. The door was open. They knew what was going on.
I'm in the hall. You go back to killing him?
I'm in the hallway. My wrist is bleeding. Like, I ended up like taking the gun away from him and throwing it out the window. And the other brother like went down to get it, like to keep control or whatever. The mom comes rolling in, right? She's back from whatever, trying to explain what's going on or what happened. She's like, okay, you're out of here. And then it was just it was a giant mess. But. Yeah. What's your most embarrassing moment?
Shit. I mean, I've already told the one about me peeing in the sink and then having his parents come back home. My friend's parents came in.
I don't remember that.
I know I've told the story before, but basically what happened is that I was at my buddy Graham's house, and his parents were supposed to be gone. And they were gone. They were in like Vegas or some shit like that, you know?
Okay.
And we had a party. And it's probably about 20 of us. Like, it wasn't a rager, but it was, you know, full. Well, we had to move the party inside because the neighbors started complaining.
Okay.
So while we're inside, there's only like 2 bathrooms in the house. Well, one of them was like locked, and I really had to go. And I was like on the way up, and that one was locked. And I was like, Graham, I really got to fucking piss. I'm going to go outside real quick. He's like, no, you can't go outside. The neighbors are tripping. I'm like, where the fuck do you want me to piss? Like, come on, dude. And he's like, just piss in my sink. And I was like, I'm not gonna piss in your sink, bro. Like, are you serious? He's like, dude, I piss in your sink all the time. I'm like, are you fucking for real? Like, I'm thinking, does this? He's like, no, I haven't. But just go, just fucking go in there, run some water.
This is the kitchen.
Yeah, in the kitchen. So I come up to the sink, right? All I hear is like bassy music from the next room.
What are you standing on a chair?
No, there was no chair, no nothing. So I was like,
you're like lifting yourself up. As
I'm like tiptoeing, trying to like get over the ledge and shit, and it didn't work. So I try to for a second there, I jumped and try to like shoot out real quick and then stop it, you know, like midstream, and that didn't work. So I'm just like, fuck. So I get up on the counter. And I like straddle it like I'm fucking playing Major League Baseball and I'm catching, right?
Yeah.
And so like I'm in like a, you know, basketball stance, one hand on the fucking cabinet like a bub, you know, like gripping it, and the other hand I was fucking pissing. So I fucking finally started pissing. midstream. This is like a drunk piss, all right? So like midstream, I hear, Brian Rizzo, what the fuck are you doing? And I looked up, and it was fucking Graham's parents.
Oh my god.
His parents. Okay, so think about this from their perspective. They come home early, right, from Vegas. Like they just got an earlier flight, right? And they come home, and there's like fucking 20 cars outside their house. Like they can't even park in their own spots, right? So they have to park like down the street with luggage. Going, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Kind of hear music, walk in and see my big ass crouching tiger over a sink.
What did
pissing.
you say?
I finished pissing and I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, and
all the bathrooms were.
all the bathrooms were just like, that's not an excuse. And she was just yelling. Then she went off on everyone in the house. You know?
Oh.
But dude, from that day on, like every time I was over there, I heard shit about that. I heard shit about it. Like,
did the parents like literally was like, hey, remember the time you peed on her sink?
Yeah, I remember like one time he was like, oh, my stomach's good. Like, I wonder if I should take a shit in the dishwasher.
That's what the parents.
That's what the parents said to me. Like they would clown because it never quite. There's things where you like fuck up, haha, let's laugh about it. But there's like they always kind of looked at me like there's something wrong with you. Never could really mend that relationship after that. You know what I mean?
The story's funny, but the fact that the parents like hit you that hard is even way more funnier.
Yeah. All right, another embarrassing thing happened recently in the whole scope of life. When we went to Darien Lake. Okay. When we went to Darien Lake is basically like Six Flags. It is
right.
Whatever.
I was there, right?
Yeah, you were there.
Okay.
So we're at Darien Lake. We go on the water park stuff. We go on two things where they like one shoots us in the air, the other one drops us and like has us like fly over water and shit. And there was this one where the groups of people go on, and it basically was like a huge ass fucking like almost like a Tic Tac board that you basically like put the thing on. What is the overhead thing?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So let me describe to these guys what kind of ride this is so they understand.
Okay.
All right. The ride is like a giant bus, but let's say the bus is like cut in half, right? And it's got seats, right? And you sit facing towards the outside, and it's on a like a giant pole, and it like swings you around like a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
It's exactly like a Ferris wheel, but you go sideways around altogether as opposed to like looking forward. Yeah. So that's what it was.
And so I remember before this, a fan. This is what makes it fucking awesome, right? A fan recognized us.
Oh yeah.
And was like, "Can I get?" He was like, "Can I get your autograph?" Mm-hmm. And I had like the camera equipment or some other shit, and I was like, "Let me go on this ride, and then I'll give you the autograph when I get off." Right?
Yeah.
So everyone lines up. They're going through the safety shit, and when I put my little the harness thing over me, it didn't click. It wasn't going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't going. I just. Sometimes if I get in a small ass car and I pull the seatbelt and the seatbelt's not big enough, I just hold the seatbelt.
Right.
Just so it looks like I'm strapped in, but I'm not really, you know?
Right.
And the thing would not latch on. So all these kids, everyone's ready to go, all pumped up and shit. And they're like, seat number 11, you need to buckle up. And I'm just like, I'm doing it. It's good, right? They're like, if you can't fasten it, sir, you're going to have to get off. So... I had to like get off and do like the walk of shame.
I remember
through this, right?
Dude, we were filming. We had wireless mics on and shit.
So then, when this is the kicker, okay? This is what makes it so much worse, but amazing. When I went down, the only person at the bottom of the thing was the kid that wanted the autograph.
That knew you.
That knew me, and he was like, "Yeah, that sucks." And then I'm like, "Just don't want that autograph?" And he's like, "I'm good."
What?
I'm dead serious.
What? That happened?
Yeah.
I didn't know that happened.
The fan was like, I'm good," and like walked away.
What? Are you making this up?
I'm not making that up. I'm dead serious.
I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, he looked hella disappointed when I like walked off the thing. Like, and he was just,
oh my god.
So like the worst walk of shame, and then to have like a viewer of you be like, he pretty much told me to go fuck off. You know, he didn't say that, but he was just like, I'm straight. I'm good, and like walked away.
That is crazy. I didn't know it went down like that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Fucking super embarrassing. super fucking embarrassing because the entire ride, and I had to sit there and wait for you guys to come
No,
off.
there was another fan that showed up though.
Yeah, I remember there was another fan that showed up that like
Yeah, okay, that's the part of the story that fucked me up because I remember when I got off the thing, you were talking to a fan and he said hi to me too.
Yeah,
that was a separate fan.
That was a separate fan. Yeah.
Oh my god! Do you imagine what's going on in that kid's head? Right? He's like, "Oh my god, that's my fucking hero. Only use me blade." And then you get kicked off the ride for not buckling your seatbelt. He's like, "Fuck, fuck! You are not. You are no longer my idol.
Yeah.
Fuck! My idol has flaws."
It's kind of like if you go see like your favorite baseball player and he like strikes out. They're like, "You ain't shit,
dude." That is such a fucking bandwagon fan. Like, I guarantee if you were to fucking upload a video talking shit about Minecraft, that same kid would unsub. Oh,
I am not gonna say the kid's name because it was a long time ago, but back in Modern Warfare 2, right? I'm always looking for different ways I can use the knife, even if it's in like the special op modes or whatever, right? In Modern Warfare 2, there's this little mini game you can play where you start it up in like a little museum,
right?
And literally like 300 enemies come at you, okay? And they just come at you super hardcore, and you can pick up weapons and shit like that, but you're shooting nonstop, like full ammo into these guys. I'm like, let me see if you can do it knife only. So I did it knife only, and it was fucking hard, but I was like, if anybody can, whoever submits the best time, I'll upload it to my channel. I'll do a commentary with you.
Oh, and it was Shaggy.
No, it wasn't Shaggy. It wasn't Shaggy. This dude gave a video, and it looked like it was like super the fastest. It was like really fast. It was like a minute 20, minute 30 or some shit like that. Way faster than anybody else. Everyone else was doing it like 6 minutes or some shit like that. And it just seemed like he was just taking a lot of damage. Right. Like a ton of damage, but still surviving. And so it just didn't look, and I was just like, I'm not buying this one. I'm iffy on this one, guys. Can you guys watch it and tell me if it's real or fake? Okay. And so all my fans went over there, watched it, and everyone's like, this is fake as shit.
Oh, I know who it is now.
Yeah, we're not saying who the person's name is. And so then I was just like,
I remember this story.
He asked me if he can like redo it, and I was just like, nah, I'm good, bro. I just left it alone. You know what I mean? Right. But like I see.
And it was real. It ended up being real.
No, I think it was still fake. But the video's gone anyway, right?
Why? Where's the video?
I think because my fans were hating on it so much that he just like deleted the video.
Oh, dude, there's got to be some way to rewatch that.
Anyways.
Did somebody copy it?
No. I mean, I didn't take it seriously. Okay, well, I thought it was fake, but he swore up and down it was real, whatever. But I was just like, I'm just going to kill it, and we're not going to even talk about it.
It's a guy that plays Minecraft now, isn't it?
I don't know what he plays now. I just see him pop up every once in a while.
He doesn't play Call of Duty anymore.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. But like, it's weird to see them pop up later on. You know what I mean?
Now, did he use guns?
What? For the challenge was for like knife only on the museum.
So he wasn't like a guns for hire.
No. Guns for Hire, they always did like challenges and stuff like that, and they got the knife only nuke.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought that's what you were talking about. That's why I said that.
No, I was talking about Guns for Hire. Actually, Guns for Hire and I
was trying to give the fans an Easter egg because I thought the guy that did it was Guns for Hire. That's why I said that the way I said it.
No, what happened? Okay, so what happened with Guns for Hire was this. So I'm in a Skype call with a bunch of people, a ton of YouTubers, and all of us dealing with something. Shaggy put out the fucking fake nuke video, right? Okay. So Shaggy puts out this fake nuke video, and then it's about 2 days before people start saying, like, there's been rumors about it, but most people are, now at this point, all of us are like, we watched the video.
We know it's fake.
It's obviously fake. We haven't talked to the other people he played with, but we know it's fake. So we're just all in a Skype conversation talking about that. And because Shaggy's first two videos to Machinima was the fake nuke, the fastest nuke supposedly, which is like 23-second nuke, which was fake as shit. And then the second one was a knife-only nuke. The way that Shaggy even got a dual commentary with me, Because Shaggy used to bug the shit out of me all the time, right?
Right.
He used to be the most annoying person to have on Skype. Seriously. He would fucking bother me all the time. And I was getting mad at Modern Warfare 2 because I was going for the nuke. I wanted to get a knife-only nuke, right?
I should probably put Shaggy in FAT because he has one of the greatest trolls of all time. He really does.
So then he's like, what can I do to get a dual comm from you, you know? And I was like being kind of an ass. I was like, listen, if you get a knife-only nuke, I'll fucking dual comm that shit with you and put it on my channel. Fucking like 6 hours later, he had a knife-only nuke. And I watched it and I was like, oh, those players are fucking horrible. Damn.
Right.
Anybody can get a nuke in this lobby. These players are garbage. And so then...
I think it's just so amazing that like people that just show up to YouTube now, all right? They weren't around when the fucking nuke happened. They know that story.
Yeah.
That story is so legendary. That is literally the biggest. There's no drama alert. iFly's fucking whacking off does not beat the fake nuke.
All right.
That is such a legendary fucking story.
So he does this. I stick to my word. I do a dual commentary with him. And I still have the email from Machinima saying, hey, is this dude partnered? Not partnered, but with this dude, can you get us in contact with him? So, like, I got that going. I don't know how he got on Machinima, but I remember they asked me about him to ask him or whatever, right? Because they thought it was incredible. So then he puts all the videos and we're all talking about it's fake, right? So a person in the call was like, hey, Blade, now you could still go for the nuke and get it.
Yeah.
Like, you can go for the knife-only nuke and get it. I was like, why? He's like, well, Shaggy's is obviously fake. And I'm like, but what about the next-gen tactics guys? What about the Guns for Hire? That video. He's like, oh, that came out that was fake too. And
that's what they told you.
That's what they told me.
All right.
And so I was like, all right. Damn, that's crazy. So I'm like, I'm going for the nuke. I think I had a series called Quest for the Nuke. You know what I mean? Like, I'd post my crazy runs, like 20 pluses,
Yeah.
And this person commented that, like, even if Blade gets it, it doesn't matter. Guns for Hire's already did this. And I said, I'm pretty sure that was confirmed that was
And it
fake.
was just a comment.
It was a comment. It was a comment.
Oh, my God.
It was a comment, right? And I said, I'm not sure, but, like, that was proven. I was told that was proven fake. And, like, I can still do it or whatever, And Guns for Hire used to put his videos on his website and then on his YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So he posted a 15-minute video just going off at me. Just going off.
I missed that about, I know it was a bad situation for you and that, but fucking if Guns for Hire would make the videos that he used to make, like, he was drama alert gold. Like, the only reason why I watch Guns for Hire is because he would sit there and be like, Hutch and Scene-Anners, you want to sit up in your balcony and act like the fucking... Like, this motherfucker would come out with gold!
Yeah.
And he wasn't this little fucking guy. He was actually a big YouTuber that was blasting people. Yeah. You know what I mean? It wasn't like this attention-seeking thing. It was like this dude had no fucking filter, and he was just saying what was on his mind. And then fucking he got involved in Minecraft and turned into the Minecraft guy. And... I fucking love Guns for Hire, but get out of Minecraft, motherfucker. Come back.
Here's the thing, though. I think if you're around Call of Duty, you can get in the mindset that he was in. But when you're kicking it in, like, Minecraft world, it's too chill. Like, there's not really negative energy. You know what I mean? So I think that's why you've probably seen that.
I love fisticuffs, but I don't agree with half the shit that fisticuffs says. But I just love when he goes off on people.
Yeah, it's great.
It's the fucking greatest thing in the world. I don't want to be subscribed to fucking boring people. I want to be subscribed to troublemakers. And fisticuffs is like the fucking... Like, he'll say some off-the-wall shit, and I'm like, no, Fist, I don't agree with it. But it doesn't... Like, a normal person that doesn't agree with Fist, they're like, oh, fuck you. Like, this person's the great guy. I can't believe you're saying this about him. I'm like, that is fucking hysterical. I don't agree with you, but please say more shit about that person. Like...
So, Guns was, like, upset because he felt that because I have a big audience, you know what I mean?
Right.
That I would, by saying some shit like that, would slander his name. And I totally get that. I totally get that. I didn't do any more. I'm lazy, so I didn't do any more research, and I didn't think it was that serious, and it was a comment.
With great power comes great responsibility.
So So then that happened, and I put out a video. I was like, yeah, so I'm sorry I didn't check into it. Like, I basically sincerely apologized.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like,
Was that good enough?
yeah. He did another video about it. It was just like, and everything was cool. And the next time we met up, we actually were on PKA. I think like almost all of them were gone. So it was me, Big Snacks, and him, and we went shot for shot on the air and got fucking wasted. So we're like, I'm cool with them. You know what I mean? Like,
What? I'm so lost. Big Snacks was the one we went shot air for air and we got wasted.
I'm saying,
what happened?
There was a PKA episode where we were on there. I think like Woody was gone or some shit like that. So it was like Wings, Big Snacks, me, and Guns for Hire.
How the fuck did Big Snacks get on PKA?
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, but still.
This was Black Ops 1 zombie time because I remember they played the shit over zombie gameplay.
Big Snacks had like 1,000 subs then.
So
I don't know.
He was on the show.
Anyhow, I hope you really enjoy. I'm going to close the show. Is that cool?
Yeah, that works.
All right, we're going to close the show. I hope you enjoyed this. Look, for you people that have put likes on the video, I just want to say thank you for all your support. For you people that were too lazy to put a like on the video, fuck you, and now I appreciate your dislike. At least you're doing something.